Welcome back to the Margie Show. I can't sing tonight. Show.
Thank you.
With his co-host, the superstar, the me, the Robin to his Batman, the Obama to his Michelle, the Gail to his King.
Whoa. You went too much on the Gail.
Brentley. It's me.
Thank you, Brentley, for joining the Market Show this week. Mm-hmm. We love your presence. You're awesome. Superstar, international star.
Thank you.
Hands down, the best singer on the planet. Okay. So this show gave me so much anxiety the whole day. It is called The Coming Out Show.
What do you mean? Coming out of the grocery store, the movies.
Trapped in the closet.
The coming out like the LGBTQA+ coming out.
Coming out to the motherfucking world. Ooh.
Okay.
So, I'm happy we got that out. So, for everybody that's like DL, I'm like gonna wear some sunglasses for y'all. You know. In memory of like y'all DLness, okay? These sunglasses are for y'all because y'all are in the closet for systematic things, for spiritual reasons, because of shame.
Religious reasons. Spiritual don't got nothing to do with religion.
Spiritual is religion, let's be honest.
But
I have these glasses on because I am here for y'all. Because y'all are still our brothers. And one day...
And our sisters.
And our sisters. And whoever you identify with. We don't discriminate at the Market Show. I love all y'all. And these glasses are for y'all. Because y'all are out here moving and stuff. Y'all just like a little freak on the side. I mean, I don't judge. Do you judge, really?
I absolutely do not judge. I identify as a black, gay, male. Mask for mask. No, I'm just kidding about the mask for mask part. Anyway, I don't... Okay. On a serious note, I don't judge.
I identify as someone who will eat the box.
What?
When it happens. I will also, beat some cakes up. So, does that make me a bad person? Because sometimes I dibble and dabble sometimes. But mostly, I beat the cakes up. So, for all my listeners out there, where you see me on the street, I'm ready.
I hope my mom never watched this episode. Or your mother. Tell me something.
You know what? My mom actually had a conversation with me the other day. She was just like, oh, so tell me, like, why people watch porn. And I was just like... Yes.
Now, why she asked that? Like, she ain't never seen porn.
This is Sharice.
Miss Sharice, come
on. So
I
was just like very uncomfortable and just sitting there like, people watch porn because to get off, to learn sexual positions. Like, we really had a conversation. But she really wanted to know my reasoning. I'm like,
is your mom like very like religious or came from like a conservative background? Why was she
very religious and spiritual, but she's open to most things, which I feel like a lot of mothers aren't when they have like, gay, bisexual, straight children. They just aren't open to talking to us about...
siblings are gay or bisexual?
No, I'm just saying like every spectrum we cover in this show because we don't discriminate. The Market Show. But yeah, I mean, my mom is definitely liberal. She talks about everything because she grew up in a household that didn't. So she wants to actually go and give that to her children. So I respect her a lot for that. And my dad too. He talks about everything too. I'm very blessed to have open parents like that because some parents, they'll kick your ass out if you're messing with guys.
Yeah. Wait, before I jump in and say anything about me, are you saying that when you first talked to your mom about it, she just instantly was like accepting of it? She didn't like have a fit or try to kick you out?
So let's talk, guys. Anxiety is going up, but this is going to save someone's life. For the parents out there, do not dish your kid when they're coming out. If you find porn on their phone, that's makes you throw up because you don't like it. I get it. Do not kick them out. Learn from their lessons. That's what happened to me. The bitch was on the street. No, I'm just kidding. My mom didn't kick me out.
But she found porn on your phone.
But she did find porn on my phone, and she was kind of like, whoa.
What kind of phone did you have back in the day that you could
I had
look
some
on porn?
good porn.
No, I'm just saying because my phone was like a little flip. You couldn't watch videos.
I had the good phone. You know, like only
You must
back
be
then,
younger
like
than
the
me.
little rich guys, they always had the little smartphones, but the little, you know. Just kidding.
I don't know what any of that means. Anyway, they come from two different eras.
No, I had the flip phone too, but it was one of those flip phones that had the media, so you could get videos and you can see videos.
So that was like dial-up porn, child. That was real slow. Like,
hey,
why was she going through your phone?
Hey,
Though?
was-
I don't know if my parents went through my stuff like that. I mean,
I feel like when your parents feel something is up, they do look through your stuff. You might not think it, but if they feel something that you're not telling them, they're gonna look through your stuff because they feel like you're a baby.
In my childhood and teenage years, I just don't recall a moment of them like going through my stuff. It was more because something was like sloppy and out or something. But
they were real defined.
I was a real meticulous child. I'm a Virgo, so we're very like
just moving stuff very little back to how you had it.
I was afraid of my parents. I literally was afraid of them. Like,
well, so were your parents strict? Like, were they like
they? I don't like the word strict. I guess my dad was kind of strict. Like, I mean, me and my brother, like, we were the boys, and I had two younger sisters, so I feel like a black male, like, your daddy just don't play. Like, we sneeze wrong, we gonna whoop it. At least that's how I felt at that age. That was my perception of it. My mom, like, wasn't necessarily strict. She fussed. She's a black mama. But I just feel like
yes,
I feel like I was building a friendship
mama.
with my mom, which I do have now as an adult. But I felt like my dad definitely was more like, he was like really no nonsense all the time, to the point that I couldn't joke with him or nothing. Like as a kid. Now I can, but I mean I'm 32 now, so it's a different ball game.
I think me and you were having this conversation, and that parents, you know, they just weren't ready a lot of times. And
parents still not ready. A lot of kids are coming out, and their parents are like throwing the Bible at them still. Even if they don't read it, they just are just thinking of like what society or what media makes things look like, which is way better than it was when I came out when I was like 16. Like now there are gay people on like just about every show. It's like almost a norm. Like we have Ellen as a talk show host, all that kind of stuff. I feel like when we were coming out or during the times when we were like trying to discover ourselves, it was not a lot of representation. Like I had to be that representation.
I totally agree. I also feel like in the media still, it's just not a lot of representation. It's like, hey girl, or those type of, you know, people.
I mean, you still get a lot of that because I think that's what people sensationalize. Just like when it comes to black people, we always got to be the thug or the enemy in a movie when that's not all of us. So I feel like when it gets into like...
Hold your hands up!
So in the same thing with the like LGBT community, like they definitely want the yes ma'am, yes honey.
Oh my God.
Girl, I'm saying that's right, money back. But in the same breath,
I don't like that. I like some of that sometimes.
But that is the community in real life too.
That really is.
But then there's still those dudes that's like, you know, very like quiet. You're very quiet, Marcus. Me and Marcus, by the way, have been friends since.
Oh my God! Don't show my age.
Child, but I'm older. Wait.
Don't show my age.
We've been friends a long time. Let's just say it's been probably not 20 years though. Probably like 15.
Yeah, it's 16. Been a while. So
we've known each other for a long time. So Marcus is a quiet, you know, not boisterous person. It's so funny that this is called the Marcus Show. I've always been loud out there. Hey, bitch. I mean, hey, y'all.
But this is the thing. I am that person when I'm with people that I love and I'm comfortable with. But the people I don't, I give you major shade. I give you little hints that, like, of my...
Why do you give shade, though? See, that we need to have a whole why the gays want to give shade conversation. We need to tire...
I mean, honestly, let's talk about shade. Shade is fun. Shade is very fun. It's funny to give you, like...
It's so easy to judge.
You know, like... But I think shade is, like, sarcasm, too. Like, let's be honest. Like, all my shows that I used to love growing up was, like, Will and Grace, because she would throw Martin. They would just throw major shade out there. Living Single, and it was just those subtle things that I've always caught on it. And it was like, and as you're growing up, you're trying to like figure yourself out. So you would just take little hints of like, oh, I like that. I'm gonna do that. But yeah, shade is super freaking fun, and that's why people, straights, gays, bisexual, whoever, you do shade. I mean, did you watch the trial of?
It's fun if it doesn't get toxic, but that's a whole nother episode. But I think we should jump into our first topic.
Yeah, so we are moving on because we got to wrap that shit up.
Because we started late. CP time, y'all. Sorry we was having technical difficulties.
Oh my God.
But we'll get tighter and tighter as the weeks go. But this is the market show, so this is budgets up.
We gonna get better, y'all. But we are so happy to have you guys at home and y'all watching. Hey, and I hope you learning something and getting something out of the conversation. But let's move on. Okay. So the next topic, is it okay to be yourself in America right now? Or do you feel like you have to put on a show in this Trump era? Like, what's your thoughts about that?
I feel like it's okay for me to be myself. Do I filter myself in certain environments? Yes. But I just feel like that just comes socially with people, period. The Trump era thing does not bother me. I don't know her at all. So that doesn't...
You don't know?
No, I'm not going to say it don't affect me, but I don't alter who I am because of this era. I feel like it's gone past. America has been through worse, and we've survived, even before our time. But about just being black, gay in America, I definitely feel like I definitely have to like alter who I am when I walk in a room. I don't, that's whether I'm with my job or I'm with my kiki friends or I'm with my family. There are different faces to myself. Do I feel like I'm being like fake or not being myself? No, I just think that there's a lot of different like levels to me.
Okay.
And I'm comfortable with that. But there's some people that are not, I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of people aren't comfortable right now. It took me going to therapy to be comfortable. If you don't have any issues that you feel a way about, go to therapy. I know it's expensive, but that money and your mental health is important, especially when you're growing up in adulting. And if you're young, it's even better because then hopefully you handle that shit earlier. And then when you are older, you like...
But when you're young, you don't even know what you need. Like, honestly, did we know we needed
These kids
therapy?
are growing up way too old, though.
Well, now they got all of this. They got iPads and this. We
That's
didn't have this, so we just had a black mama at home and a black daddy being like, I know.
I mean, I think everyone and even our viewers can see that these kids are growing up way fast. They're way smarter, and they're adapting way faster than we were. So I think these conversations need to be had even at that age too with someone that you feel comfortable with, whether it's a friend, a family member, or just anybody, right? Because we need that, especially in our community. Because I feel like when you're seeing black people on TV getting killed every freaking day, that messes with your head. Let's be honest. Whether you're gay, straight, bi, whoever, that messes with you. And I think a lot of people, we're not talking about that, like, about our mental health in our community.
Mental health has definitely been a big conversation, I feel like, in 2018. I suffer from depression, and I feel like a lot of other people in our community do. Anxiety. It's just all type of other things that we don't talk about or take serious, or we just all come from those backgrounds or we're raised to be like, child, ain't nothing wrong with you, stop being dramatic. All that kind of stuff, which I think that we do need to stop that. And like, especially in the LGBT community, there's a lot of kids or like even grown-ups killing themselves. A peer of ours, I'm not going to say his name, but just killed himself a couple weeks ago that like a lot of people know. Happy relationship, openly gay, career popping. But why? It's because a lot of people need to talk to somebody. A lot of people need a bigger support system that we're not giving each other. We too busy trying to shade and play so much that sometimes we just forget to check on our strong friends or check on that silly friend or check on that quiet friend. We need to all just start to kind of like, as a community, really dig a little deeper to like check on our neighbor. I'm not saying you got to be all out social butterfly all the time. That might be my personality, but if you think about somebody, just shoot them a text. I do stuff like that, and they'll just respond, "Thank you so much. Like I really appreciate that. Like you just checking on me. That just uplifted my day. A small thing, and I might not mention them again for 6 months, but they crossed my mind at that time, and I wish more people did that to me. I wish they did. I wish somebody told me to see a therapist and stuff younger, but.
Oh my God, we just went deep, bitch. We just went deep on that, bitch. We did. That was deep. No, seriously, I just want to piggyback off of that. Like, mental health is really important, and also talking to friends and family about how you doing, checking in with them. Because when people ask you how you doing, you instantly have to think to yourself, how do I feel in this very moment? You know, and I really think it's positive, especially for our community when you're in the closet or you're dealing with this whole gayness that's, you know, your community's telling you that it's wrong, or maybe you don't have that experience, but you're dealing with something because everybody on this planet is dealing with something. And I think it's good that, this is just my own personal belief, God gives everyone something to deal with, whether it's weight, whether it's depression, whether it's
You think he
body.
gives us weight?
I think like he gives us something.
I don't think he gives us nothing bad.
I think he gives us something to
Humans
try
got
to
food
get
well.
through, for we can teach other people, you know, something greater in their lives, you know? I just feel like, because everyone I know is going through something they're trying to get through at this moment.
I agree with that part, but I don't agree that God give it to us. I think
feel like
humans, we created it.
I feel like if God made everything, and this is a great moment, then he had to have a say in this, right?
But he gives us free will. He's sitting back watching. He gave us minds, but if we decide to keep eating Popeyes, it ain't his fault we got a little chunky monkey.
I do.
It ain't his fault that we
If
jumped out.
you are bigger, please go to the gym. Do your thing. Be healthy. Like that whole being, oh, that boy is thick. No. Like thick is cool. Like, but like.
Next subject.
But do the necessary steps. Like, we really got to talk about that in our community, because we do have a lot of obese people in our community. And honestly, I'm a bigger guy, but you see me at CrossFit. You see me at the gym. You see me at Runyon Canyon. Like, I do everything to make sure I'm going to stay here.
A workout deal.
Hello.
When you come around with me, he might look bigger, but that's muscle and strength.
Okay, so, you know, I was thinking Kanye West meeting President Trump. Like, what is your thoughts? And you know he in Uganda right now, right, with Kim. They looking hella trash.
I feel like that's, just to talk about
hella
Uganda,
trash.
I feel like that is a cleanup to try to look like, oh, we're going to do like something for the black community. But at the same time, I'm not even here for that, because that president kills people just for being themselves, being gay and stuff. So that's a whole nother conversation. So Kanye needs to just do music. That's it.
But you know, I really think
he don't need to be trying to be on a political rampage to like have people. He's a stunt queen to me, and I think he's just doing stuff so we'll say his name, so we'll want to listen to his music. He's doing exactly what keeping him rich, acting a fool.
So what is a stunt queen? For the viewers that don't know what stunt queen is.
This is a commercial, and a stunt queen, the definition of a stunt queen, someone that always and will forever do anything to be seen, heard, or noticed, and really don't care about their reputation along the way. Kanye West, stunt queen. And back to you, Marcus.
Bravo! That was so good. Bravo!
Thank you.
Yes, I love that. That was amazing. That was really good. I was giving the rich hand clap. Yes, that was good. No, Kanye West is a stunt queen, but I still love him. And I don't know why. It's like a spell.
Why? We're
It's
about
just
to
a
argue about this for the
spell.
whole show.
Because Kanye, he's from Chicago, and that doesn't
Does he
mean
from
anything.
Chicago?
Pause, let me get my point. He's from Chicago, and I just feel like Kanye has a good heart. I just feel like the man has a good heart. He out here in Uganda. He got big booty.
He got a good heart.
He got big booty Kim over there. He trying to do stuff for Chicago and the community. He is donating money to
You can't even say this with a straight face because you don't believe it.
No,
you
I
just
really do
going
believe
down
that.
a list of things that he do that other celebrities doing too. Because he went to
Honestly.
Uganda, he got a good heart.
Okay, Kanye has a good heart. I love his music. I love this
Stunt
man.
queen.
And I just want to give him the benefit of the doubt. But, you know,
Again?
but seeing him meet President Trump, and I really just think, like, black people, we were trying to, honestly, let's talk. We were trying to down Kanye because he was being very over dramatic, just like Tamar Braxton. And I'm making this comparison, and people probably haven't made this comparison yet, but on Family Values, the TV show on when Tamar was popping off and doing the most, you know, Ayanna, she was trying to check her. And I felt the same thing with Kanye. Like, black community, we're trying to check that because we're like, no, you should be like you're having your hands just like that. You're meeting with the president. You gotta be professional. Like Kanye don't act like that.
We're not telling him to check how he's saying something. We're telling Kanye West, not talking about Tamar, what he's saying. When it came to Tamar, the reason you're mixing them and they're wrong to be mixed because she's being checked on how she's saying something. What she's saying makes sense. What her mother was checking her on that last episode is how she said it. When it comes to Kanye, we don't care. He can do all that dramatics. He's Kanye. But we're tired of what he's saying. Saying slavery was a choice. Come on now.
Okay, so Kanye said one.
I don't care if he said it calm or loud. That's an ignorant statement to say for our ancestors.
We say stupid stuff, and great, he has a platform. It's huge, right? And I don't know why I'm taking up for Kanye because I did cancel him last week. I canceled him.
But now you love him tonight.
But now I'm just like, I had, it might be this little Drake, but I don't know. I just believe in Kanye. I just believe something greater is going to come out of him that we just don't see yet.
And we got it. It was College Dropout back in the day. He's gone.
That was a really good album, guys.
He's in Calabasas and he's canceled.
Oh my God.
I said it.
Don't do it.
When Beyonce and Jay-Z cancel, I cancel them because I'm in the Beehive. Next
okay. We don't know those facts because Beyonce and Jay-Z's reps.
Let me know when you catch a picture with them all together in the next 10 years.
We just got quiet for the death of Beyonce and
I'm looking at the audience.
Kanye's relationship. So I was thinking like
next case.
Moving on. Cardi B and Nicki feud. Is that over? Like nobody ain't talking about it no more. Like, have we stopped messing with that? Like, have you ever had somebody who you just don't fuck with anymore and you just have to cut them off?
In my personal life, absolutely yes.
Let's hear about it. Talk about it.
I mean, there's been several people. At 32, I feel like I done had to chop some girls, screw them, chop them up, put them, and try to recycle them, but it just didn't work. But pertaining to Cardi and Nicki, I'm tired of this. I'm tired.
Did you see Cardi B at the Hip Hop Awards?
Nope, didn't watch it. I don't got cable.
It was so good.
I didn't even catch a clip.
She had like a little rope hair, like it was like braided to the back, and she was whipping it. And I was like, okay.
But besides that, her and Nicki, it's stupid. Why black people or people of color? Because Cardi's not black. She's
Dominican. She's black.
Okay, Dominican.
Okay, we had slave ships that went to the Dominican.
Call people what they want to be identified. Kanye lover.
Okay.
First of all, I just think it's dumb. Why wouldn't we all get successful? When I get my coins, my real coins, I'm not gonna be out here beefing with Marcus. I'm gonna be showing love to all my peers. Cause I sing, I'm not the only singer, cause I act, cause I'm married, like anything. Like there's gonna always be somebody that's similar or motivated by something you've done. I think that's flattering. There's a whole bunch of kids that I don't pay the way because they looked at my dossier. But I'm not gonna be mad about it. Ignore this chord about me. I'm just got a lot going on right now. But I just really think that Cardi and Nicki, they should do us a cute collabo for the summer and the new year and hug. Like, make up. Y'all got multi-millions of dollars, y'all people of color in America with Trump time and Kanye acting a fool. Live your best life. Don't be up here fighting over some dumb shit at a fancy event that they ain't gonna invite the black people to no more because Cardi and they want to fight. They rich. That's a fool.
So I just want to like give new perspective to this. Cardi B is definitely winning out in these streets. I mean,
okay, you had to pick a side.
I had to pick a side because Cardi. I love Nicki. Nicki's album, so good. Queen, freaking her best. But she's winning this week, so I want to give facts. Queen is an amazing album. Probably is Nicki's best work. We just got some,
We have our children there, and they're very ratchet, so just ignore them.
They just want to be on the show. It's all good. Y'all gonna be on the show next time. But where was I going? Okay, so Queen was a really good album, and Nicki she's the queen forever for me. But Cardi's, I feel like she's having a great few weeks because she did the performance just at the Hip Hop Awards. She also did Billboard Awards, and when she was coming out of jail, she was looking bad. I mean, like a celebrity superstar. And Nicki has just been She ain't been here. Why ain't
that.
seen
Don't
you,
do that
Nikki?
to
Where
Nikki.
you been?
And I'm not trying to
Where
pick
your
sides, but don't do
publicist
that to
at,
me.
girl? Where you at?
Nikki was already
Where's
on.
Queen Radio?
When you're a new artist, sweetie, you get that whole layout. You get the billboards, you get the stunts. Nikki did all those already. Nikki sitting at home with her coins already. And y'all all want to compare, because when a new girl come out, Little Bad this, or Keisha Doll this, and all that, next year, y'all going to be trying to compare her to Cardi. And now you're not going to talk about Nikki at all, while Nikki's still sitting rich at her palace.
Okay, so let's talk about Meghan Markle. Is she winning?
She's winning, honey.
Winning.
She's winning.
Black queen.
First, but I don't think she's a queen.
Okay, she our queen.
Okay.
She our queen. Every time I see her, I be like, this is a white lady, but she black. She got mama with locks, but this is a white lady. It be confusing me. I think it confuses all of London.
Like black. I don't know why she'll not look white. That
she
thick
looks
black
major
hair.
white.
Because she light skinned.
On all her pictures,
white.
she be like, she
Child,
be smiling white.
The ultimate white
she be
house.
looking white. She be collecting flowers white. She be talking white.
Now, what is talking white? We are not doing that.
We are doing talking white. Let's talk about it. You know what talking white is? It's double consciousness.
Meghan Markle is winning. We're very proud of you, girl. She just got pregnant, and we're very excited about that.
Who is proud? Is the black community proud of Meghan Markle?
We're about to have a little black red at the in England. Child, I'm doing my best. This is as big. This is as big as Obama making it to the White House. We are doing big things. Now we in England. Get your life. Get your life.
You heard it here first. We in England. Okay.
Get it, Markle. We're here for it. And you look black. I don't know what he gets.
You don't look black, Meghan Markle. You confuse all of London. She don't look black.
Oh, God. Everybody ain't chocolate. That's black.
So you know what I was thinking? The reason I want to talk about this, because I was like, would they let Meghan Markle actually been Duchess of Sunset if she had our complexion?
Okay, that's a whole...
That's a whole nother subject, but let's talk about it.
But it's a subject that's an assumption. We don't know. If he would have fell in love with a chocolate girl, she would have been in there if he wanted to be. He's a prince. Whatever he wants, it was going to happen.
If I honestly just feel...
I just hate it. Why do we got to go into colorism? Why do we, as black people, can't just let her be happy being a black, mixed, whatever woman?
The reason we do, because...
we got to be like, she ain't black enough. What's wrong with y'all?
The reason we do, because, like, this is the era we're living in.
Y'all keep bringing it back.
But we're living in a Trump era where color is very important. Let's be honest.
I don't even
like light-skinned people and that dark-skinned people is still something in our community that we struggle with.
Are you serious?
I'm just saying.
That's been...
I said the Trump era because that's like the timeline, but we are still dealing with, you know, the different colors and how you're treated.
People need to start letting it go.
But even with like hiring like a darker skinned person, like for certain jobs, they don't want to consider you.
I'm not having this discussion because I have all type of complexions in my family. Me and my siblings are all different colors.
That's why I feel like it's very important to have that conversation because we
are
very diverse.
Something negative in our community that we don't need to perpetuate.
But I don't feel like it's negative. I feel like it's something
like
we gotta...
I hit my toe yesterday, so we're going to keep talking about when I hit my toe yesterday, and now the pain gone.
But I feel like we got to have those conversations in our family so when we get out in the real world that we can know how to deal with it. Because if we're just... I feel like in our communities, we do not talk about the real issues. We like to sweep everything under the rug.
Marcus, the reason you can even talk about them now is because somebody brought it up before, so it's not something that's not being talked about. It's being overly talked about.
But you know, I just think
you play devil's advocate. You just like to say it to be provocative. Because honestly, the black and light skin and chocolate and that's been a conversation even before you was born, baby.
You know what? That's kind of funny you said that. Because my mom was just talking about, she was like, light-skinned people ain't even in right now. And I was like, girl, what that mean?
I don't even know what that means. I'm alive.
Okay, let's talk about what that means. You know what that means.
I know.
So back in whatever 90s, light skin was real in. Now in like the 2018s, dark skin. Now you got shows like Insecure. You know, this featuring...
We had Martin in the 90s.
This color right here. And fine caramel complexion.
We had a lot of dark skin lovelies. It doesn't matter. Dark is not bad, neither is light.
Viola Davis.
She's a new age function.
She is. She's beautiful.
I mean, she's not a new age. I mean, she's
Denzel
older,
Washington.
Chocolate was living his best life way before you was even born.
Well, Angela Bassett, she light skinned.
She is not light skinned.
I've seen her.
Are we really
she is
light
skinned. We are having a dark skinned, light skinned conversation.
Next case, he wants to talk about Megan Duchess. Now he want on the next list. We talking about voters and midterms and what should I vote for and how do you do it, Marcus?
You know what? When it comes to voting, go out and fucking vote.
That's it.
Okay, so the last subject, and I think this really goes about coming out, and we kind of mentioned it earlier about being authentic in your life. Being authentic and really just being you for you can prosper as a gay, straight, bi, whoever you identify with, being you. But also just, we can't stress it enough that mental health piece is crucial. Because there's so much going on and so much stuff you have to deal with. So you got to take care of that. Like, what's your thoughts about that? Like, do you feel like you get that time to really take care of yourself? Being an adult at 32?
I don't feel like I give that time, but I feel like it's nobody's fault. I don't get it at this age because I'm 32 years sickening. I feel like I have to make myself that time. As a child, I do feel like I was robbed from that opportunity because I definitely grew up in a household being black, young, and with young black parents. I feel like they just definitely put a lot of emphasis on it. You ain't got no emotions. You can't close doors. But I feel like I wish I was taught about like mental health or like just things that I feel like I hope that I don't put on my kids that I could tell them like, if you have an emotion, please let me know. There's a respectful way you can talk to me. Blase. Because now at 32, I realize I'm dealing with some issues that stem from my childhood. But I'm not going to go all into my personal life. But the point I'm trying to make is I think mental health is definitely very important. And I do think you should find some time to meditate. The point I'm trying to make is meditation.
Get to the point.
Meditation comes in different forms. Mental health is very important. And then being authentic in yourself is very important. And you don't have to give yourself to everybody. You can have moments to yourself, and it's okay. But don't be so into yourself that you forget to go out in the real world like Marcus, and you sitting there believing Kanye deserves not to be canceled.
I love their point. Thank you. But
Shady.
I really feel like that was how you do shade. Thank you. I don't know. Like, I think for the longest time, I was trying to be something that I was. And it was because I was dealing with coming out and really just giving a part of me to my friends and family and really just being 100 with myself. I feel like our deepest thoughts and deepest feelings, we don't really address. We try to push everything down and we keep coping and not dealing with stuff, and it's just so unhealthy. It's just really so unhealthy. Like, really start dealing with your issues now for you can rule the freaking world. Black kings, black queens, whatever you identify with, you can rule the world. You really got to be authentic and deal with your mental because it's just so freaking important. And nobody ain't going to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you that. Brilly going to tell you that, even though he went on this tangent.
Because he deserves it.
And I ain't messing with him right now.
I don't care.
But I still love him.
And I still love him.
And love your people. Love everybody. Everybody has different points of view, but I think that we got to start listening to each other. And I really think that's how we're going to repair our country, by listening to each other. Because everybody thinks differently, but Brilly has some great views. Marcus has some great views. Like, we got to come together and be one because I believe in us. I believe in America.
Oh, that was really deep and cute.
I know.
Oh, my God. Give me your hand, friend.
Yes, bitch.
You believe in America.
Yes, me and you together. Ain't no mountain, ain't no sea, not even east or west. I met you.
Anyway, this was an amazing show. We got intense, we got deep, we got real. And we do love America. And please go vote, and we will have that at the bottom of the Marcus Show, which will be coming out weekly. We'll pick a real date that is going to come out during the week. But either way, we're very excited that y'all be watching it weekly and keep watching it. Because this is the third and real first season of the Marcus Show.
Yes.
And we're really excited about it. And we're going to catch you next time, baby. We coming back, baby. Even though it's the Marcus Show featuring Brentley. Come back, baby.
Turn
Anthony, the producer's over here looking stank, making faces, but they want us.
So my co-host just went ham, and I loved it. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for watching and supporting and really just doing your best this week. Like, it's hard. It's hard being you. It's hard going out and trying to achieve and just be greater every day. It's hard connecting with your loved ones, but you got us. You got us, and come back next week. And we're going to make this thing a family thing because, I mean, if nobody's not brave enough to say it, like, love yourself. You got to love yourself first before anyone can love you. That's what I'm going to leave y'all with on the Marcus Show this week, y'all. I love y'all. One love. XO, XO, XO.